is ESPN on ABC.
Welcome to Dell Technologies Friday Night Football and the Dr. Pepper Championship Drive Game of the Week. From Austin, Texas, you're watching the Big 12 Conference on ESPN. It's one of the most important regular season games for Texas football in 15 years. A conference title and the Longhorns' first college football playoff appearance on the line at DKR tonight in the final scheduled meeting with intrastate rival Texas Tech. Texas has won 5 in a row, ranked 7th in the country, and trying to win its final Big 12 home game against the red-hot Red Raiders, who've won 3 straight and beat the Longhorns last season. Texas wins, and it's in the Big 12 title game next week in Arlington. A loss, they'll need some help, but their playoff hopes then would be over. One last ride for Texas before the SEC comes calling. The Longhorns off to their best start since Mack Brown and Colt McCoy were the headliners, leading Texas to its last Big 12 championship 14 years ago. Texas, the second highest ranked one-loss team right now behind Oregon, very much alive for its first trip to the college football playoff. And hi, everybody. Dave Pasch alongside Dusty Dvorak. We'll check in with Tom Luginbill here in a bit. Well, Dusty, Texas fans been waiting for this for a long time. Chance at the playoff, chance at a championship in the Big 12. And it has not been an easy path to a 10-1 record. They've had to overcome some injuries to key offensive players. They've blown some leads. They've had some close calls. But other than the loss to Oklahoma, they've been able to overcome it all.
And that was the turning point, the loss to Oklahoma, where Steve Sarkisian challenged this football team and said every game from here on out is like a Big 12 championship. And they've answered the bell every week. And the mark of a championship team is finding different ways to win. And that's what this Texas football team has been about. And really, this team hangs their hat on the defensive side of the football. They've been so dominant at times, especially up front along the line of scrimmage. I think it's the best duo of defensive tackles in the country with Byron Murphy, Devondre Sweat. Jalen Ford's a tackling machine. Anthony Hill Jr. is talented, a freshman linebacker as there is in the country. And Jahdae Barron ties the entire back end together. This run defense is stifling. They'll need to be today as Taj Brooks comes into Austin. And the most important down on defense is third down. No one better in college football than these Longhorns.
But as you said, could the defense have its hands full today? With more on that, here's Tom.
Well, I'll tell you, this isn't your granddaddy's Texas Tech when it comes to offensive football, guys. Taj Brooks, the nation's third leading rusher. He is a full head of steam. They're not throwing it all over the lot. They are running it. They need to have success on early downs. However, it's going to be tough to run against Texas. So what do they need? They need Baron Morton, their quarterback, who has battled a shoulder injury for much of the last 2 months, to play his best. They needed to push some shots down the field because they're heading up against the Texas defense that's allowing just 83 yards on the ground. Going to be tough sledding for Texas Tech. Baron Morton's going to have to play big.
All right, Lugs, these schools have met every year since 1960. Tech won last year in Lubbock. The last time they won 2 in a row against Texas, 1997, 1998. Kickoff is coming up.
The Nissan pregame drive is next after this message and a word from our ABC stations.